Hey everybody. I'm relatively on time today, so that's a good thing. I found these new Mountain Dew. It's like the zero sugar one. It's like a raspberry lemonade or something. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's something to drink. It's some caffeine, right? How's everybody doing today? It looks like, where I am on the planet, it's a little bit sunny out. I'm planning on getting, only being on here for an hour most. So I can go out and get a walk and then get going on my schoolwork because I've got a lot to do and I got some assignments due today. But I kind of wanted to come over here and check in and I don't know, talk to some people. Because I like you guys. I don't know if I need another reason besides that. I don't think I do. I think that's a justifiable reason. Just because there's a whole lot of negativity everywhere you turn here, and I needed to do something positive because like anybody else, kind of I get wrapped up in it too, and it starts to affect my mood, and I don't need that. I want to be happy. I want to be, I don't need added stress from things that don't concern me. So here I am, and I am just gonna hang out here for a little bit. So yeah, I hope it's sunny where everybody else is. It's where I've been. It hasn't been sunny for a really long time. I feel like it's either always so cold that like the pavement is iced over, or it's raining, or there's too much snow. And finally, I think the only complaint that I have is that it's really muddy. But that's okay. I do have brand new sneakers on though, so but the boots gave me really bad blisters, so I don't know, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Once I get to where I walk, it's paved, so it's not like muddy or anything. Because I walk, there's like a beautiful cemetery that's really nice to walk around in, and really nice to. It's just really pretty, and there's usually nobody there, so it's quite peaceful. And that's really what I'm looking for when I go for a walk. It's kind of my time to decompress and kind of, I guess I don't know, kind of get a break from everything going on in life. I used to come on YouTube for that, but lately I'm finding it harder and harder to do that. And I don't know what the solution for that is, guys. When I came on here, I kind of was my purpose of it was to, talk about things going on in the community and behaviors that I wanted to point out and maybe become more of a place that's kind of low key and more so neutral and just a place where people can come and talk and not be. Yeah, I feel you on that. And hi Ariana, I'm sorry, and Rody Gal. Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm having similar feelings. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Today I don't know, guys, I don't know. When I came on here, really all I wanted was to kind of, provide a place that I guess could help. Hold on. And guys, I've been having like I'm trying not to cry, and it's not even about YouTube. It's all good though. It's all good. Just been dealing with a lot personally lately, and I don't even know why I'm getting emotional. What the heck? It's been a rough couple days. Hey, Mike. So I'm sorry if I get a little emotional. No, like I said, guys, it's just I had a really rough weekend, like family, personal things, and it's still kind of really tense. So, I think like a lot of us, we come on YouTube because we kind of want an escape from everything. I'm not gonna cry on the internet today. Yeah, Amanda, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you for asking though. It really a lot of this has nothing to do with YouTube. It's just my just personal situations. Hey Michelle. Um, when someone you love is really struggling. Oh my god, why is this happening? Oh my god. It's hard to oh my god, guys, I am so sorry. I don't know why this is happening. Oh my god. It's rough. I'm gonna try and change the subject. Because it has nothing to do with any of you guys. It's just, watching somebody struggle, it's difficult, right? It's difficult. And a lot of the time, like, I don't know how to handle the situation. Especially when somebody is, they're not easy to call out on behavior, right? So like, if you call them out on something, they get really, really upset. And it's tough, guys. It's tough. It's tough. So it's all good though. It's all good. And I kind of have to have a firm hand with it. Like I can't just let these kinds of things go, because then, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. And to not do that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's dealing with somebody who goes from a 1 to a 25, just from, you know what I mean, guys. And this last weekend, it was some serious things. So I kind of can't ignore it, but it's made my life miserable for the past couple days because he's very angry at me. But it's all good. It's all good. I don't like talking about my family on here, but it's all good. All right. I don't want to use YouTube as my therapist, so I appreciate that, Amanda. And I'm going to try. It's just, I think a lot of the time, a lot of us are affected by YouTube. And I know that's so weird to say, but including myself. So when I come on here and I'm just seeing a lot of negativity and stuff, and I'm dealing with negativity in my personal life, I appreciate that, Mike. I appreciate your support, honest to God, like a lot. Yeah. And Michelle, yeah, I think a lot of us have that, when a loved one is making mistakes and doing things that, first of all, somebody, like I said, I don't like talking about my family, but, being in my position, I have to call them out. And because some things, like, I can't overlook it. I'm not people pleaser. So I usually keep my mouth shut, but when it's something like this, I can't do that. And yeah, I remember I got the phone call when I was on the live actually on Saturday night. So, you always, it's rough, especially when things can get really out of hand. And, there's nothing I can really do about it. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of us have a family member that, we've had to deal with that. Those of us who have children, or, maybe a significant other that, has struggled with things, or a sibling, you guys know what I mean. So yeah, like I said, though, the problem is that I can't ignore what happened this weekend. I can't. It would be neglectful of me to ignore that. So I have to deal with it. And it's just, so I apologize for getting emotional. Yeah, Amanda. Thank you so much. So yeah, when I come on here, thank you, Ariana. Yeah, if you guys want to hit that thumbs up, like I said, guys, I might not be everybody's cup of tea, and I get that. And actually, that's part of what I wanted to come on here today, just to talk about things and kind of tell you guys where I'm at. But when you come on here and there's just so much negativity and there's just so much stuff going on between people that's sometimes cruel and inappropriate, and you feel strongly because, like someone like me, I care about people. And even if I don't like the person, I care about them. Or I don't, I have a strong sense of justice. And for me, like seeing things being done to people, it breaks my heart. And for some reason, on top of everything that I've been dealing with personally, it's like amplified that. So, I come on here and I'm just seeing people behave in a way that's just, I don't even know. Like, apparently I missed a lot while I was live last night. I mean, apparently I missed a whole lot of nonsense that went on. And I'm just like, like my thumbnail says, I'm disappointed, but I guess I'm not really surprised. And I don't know what it's going to take. Like, part of me wants to just not do this anymore. Hold on. Just because I feel like nobody wants this. Sorry, guys. It's been a rough morning. It's okay though. It's all right. I shouldn't have come on here. But I wanted to talk. Yeah. So, I mean, it's frustrating when, you come on here trying to do some good. You come over and you try to be a place where people can, come together and maybe like overcome their differences just to chat and be that escape, that thing that it used to be for me anyways. Yeah, Nicole. What is it accomplishing? And we can do better, and we have done better. It wasn't always like this. I've been part of this community for almost a year, and, granted, I appreciate, yeah, Amanda, honestly, like talking to you as well, like talking to all of you has helped me. I love getting to know you guys. That's why I created this, is because I was finding that, chats were just on topics, and, it wasn't like therapeutic anymore. And I wasn't sure what I could do about it. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could make a channel where, we could talk about the behaviors, and then maybe we can, like, as a group thing, try and, figure out how to make everything better. And actually, let me put my banner up here. Actually, I should probably just do one with just my email on it. I want to put my email on here just in case anybody does want to talk. And disregard anything else that this says. Just look at my email. I don't have one that says anything else. But I've also met some great people. Oh, no, Michelle. Like I said, guys, family comes first with everything. So I'm I guess I'm just, I feel like I came on here with a purpose, and I feel like the more I've tried to do this purpose, like the less I feel that the less welcome I feel a little bit, if that makes sense, because I feel like, what everybody wants is just like, some whirlwind of drama. And that's not what I'm about. Like, I can do drama. I like drama. We all do. That's why we're here. And I definitely, what I want to do is I want to call out behaviors, but I don't want to do, I want to do the whole picture, guys. Because there's a lot of stuff going on, some worse than others, granted. But there's a lot going on, and I feel like, we should be able to call out across the board. And sometimes I don't even want to talk about it at all. I feel like sometimes people want to break from it, because, like, you're going to every single channel, and it's this big whirlwind of just really, hearing about some really awful stuff that's happening to people. And, as a subscriber, because that's what I am, guys, I'm a subscriber, most of the time. And I want to do something about it. Like, I want to help. I want to figure out what I can do, with my voice and my platform to put a stop to what's going on. But I feel like every time I try to do something, it just does the opposite. And, I don't know, guys. Yeah. Oh, you didn't want to use names, so you used, that's funny. That's funny. And I just feel like I'm kind of like just getting caught up in this whirlwind of just, and I don't know what to do about it, right? Like, we all want to be on YouTube. YouTube used to be my little, like, escape, my way to kind of avoid what was going on in my life. And now it's, thank you, Nicole. Right, it is. Actually, I always forget I can highlight comments, so please don't be offended if I don't. I always forget I can do this. Okay. And, you're right. Like, I feel like it is, and it's getting nowhere. It's just escalating with people, like, one-upping each other and all of that stuff. And, I don't know. I feel like, I'm like the only, I mean, obviously I'm not, because here's some people agreeing with me, but I feel like I'm one of the only people that's kind of tired of that. And wants to kind of take a different approach to things. And I guess, like, I feel like, the community doesn't really want a channel like this. So, it's kind of disheartening, right? So just because like, I'm a small channel, like, and some of the emails that I get, I just don't understand. I don't understand how my small channel would warrant that. Now, granted, nothing anybody says to me is gonna, like, hurt my feelings. Not really. I know what I am. I know what I'm not. I think what I'm, like, more, first of all, I'm just kind of, I had a rough morning, so I am a little emotional about that. So everything on top of that has just contributed to it. So that's what that is. I'm not, like, on the brink of tears because of YouTube per se. So I just want to make that clear. But, sometimes I feel like, yeah, we can do better. And, that's a choice for each of us. And I truly believe that. And I try to think of, like, what I could do differently to help. And, sometimes I'm at a loss for this, because it's just like, no matter what, there's a lot of people who say that they don't want the drama. They say that they're tired of it. But when it all comes down to it, those are the channels they flock to, and they you know what I mean, guys? It's like, you either want it or you don't, or, I guess that, sometimes people are in the mood for it, and I think there's a place for it. But I don't know, guys. I don't have a solution. I feel like everybody here can, it feels the same way I do in one way or another. Now, I get it. Sometimes you're in the mood to watch some drama. And I'm all for that. I do. And I'm not saying, you can't say you're tired of it and then be somewhere else. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, I feel like there's just a lot of like really, really just dead set opinions here. And I want it to be different. It didn't used to be this way. It's just getting out of control. And what I want to do, if I can do one thing, it's to make an environment, a chat, or, just a live that people can listen to where, that we can talk about what's going on in the community without going over the top. And, I thought maybe that would be something that people would like, because it's something that I would like. But, sometimes I wonder if there's even like a point. Like it's almost like, me being here at all is just making things worse. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep plugging at it and keep going. I mean, I just have to hope that, things will change. But, it seems that like, some people are up to their old tricks again, and, there's just a lot of stuff going on and all over the place. And, the minute you try to defend somebody, you find out that they did something that's like really awful, and then you look stupid because you defended that person. But I can't keep up with I have no desire to keep up where everybody is all the time. And being somebody with a voice, I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel good, first of all, because then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I just said something really nice about this person, and there they are doing something that I cannot get behind. And then, you have the dreaded, I'm in somebody's chat at some point, and I'll drop a comment. I don't listen to entire lives, guys. I have ADD. Like, the chances are, if the live is like over an hour or 2 hours, I'm just listening to bits and pieces. And I need to stop doing that, because apparently I'm missing some really big parts of it that I guess are bad, that I didn't hear for myself. So, it's rough. It puts me in a weird position. I think, yeah, and I'm going to be who I am. And I'm hoping that, in time, if people want something a little bit more low key, they'll come here. But I also feel like some people really dislike that I'm here. And I could be reading things wrong, but I don't think so. And Rhoda Gal, I appreciate that you can say that here. You can say that here. I don't have a problem with people having an opinion here. I'm not gonna give any, and don't get me wrong, I'm not giving anybody a free pass either. I will be talking about everything that goes on. That doesn't exclude any creator here. It doesn't. Just, I can't talk about everybody at once. My brain doesn't work that way. So if I'm going on about a particular topic, that, and I don't want to do drama all the time either, guys. Like, I want to talk about all sorts of things. Like I said, I'm a musician. I would love to share my music with you guys. I would love to talk about like true crime and like unsolved mysteries and stuff, because I'm fascinated by that kind of thing. And some topics that just have like an interesting rabbit hole to go down. So recently, over the summer this started, but I recently went down this rabbit hole again. The whole like dark side of SeaWorld, with the orcas, and all the people that they've killed, and the really dark, gross things about keeping orcas in captivity. I've been going down that rabbit hole pretty far, and it's because I have a morbid curiosity. So things like that not fascinate me, but they interest me. So that's what I've been going down these days. In fact, I'm listening to an audiobook right now that's by a former trainer at SeaWorld, and he's like exposing everything. So, right. And I had no idea. I had never seen Blackfish before, which is the name of the documentary. And it's really interesting. It was hard to watch, guys, but I would love to talk about things like that because a lot of people don't know, or yeah, I mean, there's other things like Mount Everest is a really interesting topic to talk about, guys, too. You know, as somebody who has a morbid curiosity and interest, the fact that they call up at the top there, they call it the death zone, and there's a reason for that. And I had no idea that. Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to do like a disclaimer before I mention it, but if you want to Google like the bodies on Mount Everest, you can Google that. But it's an interesting rabbit hole. And then I ended up buying a whole bunch of books like John Krakauer's Into Thin Air is really great. And then Mark's, I think it's Sinot, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he put out a book called The Third Pole recently, which is also really interesting. So I just have interests that have, just a really interesting interest that I don't see a whole lot of things on out here, especially not in this community. And I would love to talk about. Yeah, and Rody Gal, right, comes from a really interesting career. So I think she expressed interest that she would come up on panel. I'm not sure if she still would want to come up on panel given the climate today, but yeah, Dawn that was killed, right, Amanda? Exactly. You see, you guys know these topics. And I would love to talk about those things. I want to do that too. But I also feel like some people think I'm giving some people like a free pass. I'm not giving anybody a free pass on anything. I just don't want to talk about the same thing all the time. And I can't imagine you guys want to hear it. If you're going to every single channel and people are, talking about the same thing, I feel like that's a little, I don't know, like you got to give people more things to choose from. If I'm having a bad day, like I said, I went on this morning and everything that I saw, I was on the brink of tears when I came on here because I was just seeing such horrible nonsense. Hey, Teresa, that I just, it made me feel like, because like I said, guys, we're a lot of really empathetic, kind people. There's some really nasty people in this community too, but there are some really genuinely empathetic, kind people here who genuinely feel very deeply and care about others. So, yeah. So, but I feel like, it affects a lot of people. And this used to be like an escape for a lot of us. And now it's just a circus. And then I was like, you know what, do people even want a place to go where, it's a little bit more low key? And I almost feel like people don't, but you know what, you guys that come in here and are supportive, you guys make it worth it to me. You do. And I really appreciate that. I really do, because I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't continue to do it otherwise. I don't know. I don't think, just because I don't know, guys. I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. I mean, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm very tenacious. It takes a lot to get rid of me. And it's not going to be anybody throwing insults at me, because that's not going to work. I don't care about that. What breaks my heart and what really disheartens me though, guys, is that I feel like, there's just so much negativity that people don't want peace or positivity at this point. And that's disheartening to me. It's disheartening to me that, all of this really awful stuff is what is popular. But I guess that's how it's always been, I guess, like I like drama like the best of them, but like, this isn't drama. This is like really awful stuff going on everywhere. There's a lot of stuff that's taking advantage of subscribers, in my opinion, and I don't really like it. But I guess, I don't know, like I could do that too, I guess, but that wouldn't be being true to myself. And I don't think I could, build a platform on that, because it wouldn't be congruent with my, what matters to me in my life. And, maybe it's not popular, and that's okay. But it's disheartening to see that. I think a lot of people are disheartened. I've been disheartened and disappointed with a lot of people's behavior lately. there are some people that I'm like, I've really liked, and I've seen them behaving in chats like a certain way. And I mean, I'm not going to put them on blast. I'm not going to like, say their names out loud, because I don't need to do that. I'm not going to do that. People shouldn't be afraid to go where they want to go. That's ridiculous. But, I do see, I can read. So, I mean, if it's there, I see it. And I've been disappointed. The hate is exhausting, Nicole. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. And this, like, the drama stuff can be done correctly. Like, there's definitely an interest in talking about the things creators are doing that are problematic. And that's what I want to do. However, it's like people want this, like, out for blood, like, one-upping each other, just, oh my, that's, yeah, I hope they know who they are. I'd like to think that people know right from wrong. But yeah, I've been very disappointed with some people. I thought some people weren't like that, and while it doesn't make me change because I don't judge people's like what on them on one thing that I see. If it's a consistent pattern of behavior, fine. Well, yes. And that's the other thing though, MH, like I'm not everywhere. So I don't see everything that happens. And then I feel like I'm like lost because of that too. Like I'll come on here and like defend somebody, but then I found out that like, they did some things that I really can't stand behind. And then people just assume that you're one way or another when I don't really, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do here. I want to just kind of come on here, talk about different things, because we're all interested in that kind of stuff. A lot of us came on here in the first place because a lot of these channels have covered true crime or covered like, weird, true, unexplained, creepy stuff. That's what a lot of other channels that have either been in this community prior or still are in this community have done. And, I think a lot of the people here like that stuff. But you see less and less and less of it. And all you see is like, the drama. And I can't imagine that people don't want to see that stuff. And I don't know why people want to see it on every channel. And like I said, nobody's getting a free pass from me. I'm not giving anybody a free pass. I'm not like, not gonna, just because I don't talk about things in my live every day doesn't mean anything. Like I can't talk about everything else at once. I literally will lose my train of thought and it'll be like just completely all over the place. Yeah. Right. I think that would be good, MH. Yeah. Well, I also that's what I came on here saying is like, I kind of find it interesting how whenever you put people like together in a like a microcosm, like I think of it as a snow globe, like these hierarchies and societies start to form. And we see that here too. And I think it's so interesting that stuff begins. And then you start to see the dehumanization of people behind their profile picture. And then that's when it leads to some really disturbing behavior. Once you start dehumanizing something or somebody, sorry, that's when things can get really, really out of control. We've seen that in history. We see it escalate here, obviously not to the point that it's, in history. I'm not suggesting that, but I think we're seeing that. I think we're starting to forget that, people have feelings and, a family, and you don't know what somebody's going through in their personal life. Like with me, for example, like I don't talk about my personal life on here very often. I mentioned a little bit about it this morning just because I was on like the brink of tears. And that was also because I've just had it with a lot of the stuff that I'm saying. Yeah, it really is though, Rhoda Gal. And when I came on here, I kind of wanted to do something different. I started out just like doing like calling out of behaviors. And, as time went on, I started, because I kind of removed myself from everything to just be objective at that point. Because if I was going to be a channel that called anybody out on anything, I needed to be informed. Like I can't, have, any sort of, I needed to be able to see the big picture. And then I started seeing other things. I started seeing a lot of behaviors that I don't like. I started seeing a lot of stuff that's problematic. And, then I made the decision that I want to, I want to talk about all of it. I don't want to be limited to just, one person. But I feel like that's That's all anybody wants. And, I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. So, I feel like when you stop giving people what they want, people leave. And it's disheartening. It's disheartening because all I want is to build a community where people can, even where I can, like, hang out with people that, I enjoy their company, because I enjoy talking to you guys. That's what I like about YouTube. I like the small chats because I feel like I can acknowledge people and we can have conversations. That's why I was on here in the first place. I used to really enjoy the true crime discussions places. Thank you, Ariana. I am really trying to. And like I said, I know it's not the popular opinion. I know that it's not going to grow my channel. I mean, maybe at all. I don't know. I would like to think that it does. I like to think that there are people that really want a different option within the same community. Because, like I said, the thing that we're from all over the world. We're all ages, all walks of life, all situations. And the one thing that we have in common is that we watch creators in this little solar system of YouTube. I like to refer to, us as planets. Like, all of the channels are their own planets. Some of them are bigger than others. And, for me, I'm probably just like a comet, or not comet, an asteroid, because I don't think I'm even big enough to be a planet. But, I'm here. So I'm here floating about. And sometimes people stop by. That's okay, Michelle. I get it. Fortunately, why am I getting a phone call? Oh, that better not be what I think it is. Oh, that's okay. I'm not going to answer that. But yeah, I just, I don't know. We all have that in common. So we all want to talk about what's going on here, because if you try to talk about it in real life, people look at you like you're crazy. So that was my whole goal. And it's kind of just evolved from there. So, but I feel, like I said, guys, I feel like the minute you even take a step out of that box, that you started in, people get really bent out of shape about it. Like the fact that I got an email that said that I let them down. Hey, Liberty. The fact that I felt like I let people down, and that was upsetting to me. But I'm not gonna. I can't make everybody happy, right? I can't do that. And people, I guess, are just going to have to either like have some faith in me that, I'm going to do what I say. Because like I said, guys, there's a lot of people that have come into this community. A lot of them are no longer in this community, that'll come on here, and we see it everywhere. It's not unique to this community either. People will come in and they'll be like, I want to make things better for subscribers and YouTube. I'm here to do that. And I encourage people to be very skeptical of that, including with myself. So that's what I'm on here saying. But until my actions speak for me, be skeptical. That I give you that. Like, you should be. You should question things like that. Because a lot of the time things don't end the same way they began. And I really want to, though. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm not responsible for other people, but the problem is that as a creator, it puts people in a weird situation, right? Because you want to give people what they want. Because ultimately, if you stop giving people what they want, they don't watch your channel, and then you kind of don't grow. And you don't. But I can't sell myself out like that. So I feel like I'm really sorry if that's how you truly feel. But that's how this channel is gonna be. I'm not boxing myself in to one topic, especially when I see a larger picture of things. And, if that's, I encourage people to give me some time here. I think a lot of people will be surprised. I think a lot of people will understand where I'm going with this at some point. But obviously my opinions, evolve and change. And, there are some things I can't fundamentally get behind. And I've been open about those things, but at the same time, I have other things that kind of sidetrack me from time to time, because they're right in my face and they're happening, and I just, I can't please everybody. I can't, and I just didn't understand why, like, I'm such a small channel, and already I'm getting weird emails from, and I don't know who they're from, and it's bizarre, guys. It's bizarre. If you guys see anybody with the screen name, what was it? Hold on, let me look. And there go my dogs. Okay, I apologize. Let me look, guys. Let me see. What was the name on the email? email. It was Your Mama Jokes with a Z at the end. Mama spelled Momma. If anybody sees anybody by that name, I've never seen anybody by that name, but if you do, let me know, please. Because that person, I remember I told you I got an email last night. Well, I'm going to drop the email there. I'm going to drop that right there. I won't say what the @ was at, because I'm not going to do that to people, no matter how much they upset me. But that was the name on it. And I was like, that doesn't sound like, I don't know, an older person, if that makes sense. No offense to anybody. That sounds like something somebody younger than me would come up with. So I'm like, where on earth could that come from? That was the one who said the we in it. But who knows? If anybody sees that, though, ever in your travels, I've never seen it. Let me know, because I would love to figure out who that is. But really, it doesn't matter, I guess. It's weird. Like, what if I even, whatever. So that's what I want to do. I want to be a chill place where people from all over can come in here without fear of getting attacked. Because like I said, and like we've seen, there are some good people that do get caught up elsewhere. And I don't blame them for that. I get caught up too. But the thing that a lot of them can do, and I actually, we had somebody in here last night who, did that. So props and kudos to Spooky, because I have respect for them for last night owning that, they can get caught up and stuff, but they're a really nice person. But the first step is owning that, you do get caught up in things. So there are people that get really caught up elsewhere, but when they're here, they're very respectful. And I think at the core root of it, most people are respectful, because even I got caught up in the drama. Even I got caught up in that stuff, because it's hard not to, especially when it's a really big chat and it's something that you feel really passionately about. I mean, I've done it in a couple chats at this point. Yeah, Spooky was awesome. Props to them, 100%. And that's the thing, guys, be careful of where you're typing in chats, because I've done it too. Like, I meant to type something into one chat and it ends up going into another. I've done that before too. So that's kind of how we got onto that topic yesterday. But yeah, really nice person. I don't have to agree with what everybody says everywhere either. If you want to come here and you want to be respectful, what I want is for people to feel comfortable coming in here at all. So, I don't judge where anybody comes from as a community. If I see things elsewhere that are a little, yeah, MH, I think, yeah, is it usually a we? I was wondering that. I was like, who is we? Because it makes it sound like there's like a whole, mob that's trying to intimidate me into saying I don't even know what. If they hadn't mentioned two things that I had said in a live, I would have thought it was, meant for somebody else. Yes, B+, I do remember. I do. But I wish people, that's the thing, just own what you've done. Have some self-awareness. If you've done something, don't deflect on it. Just own it. Own it. I have the most respect for that. If you went and you said something really nasty to somebody and you were, just own it. And you know what? Guess what? I'll have respect for you. I will. I might not like what you have to say, but, I'll have respect that you were an adult and were able to say, yes, I did that. And you don't even have to be sorry. You don't have to be sorry, but just own that you did it at all. Yeah, I remember Rodeo. Yeah, and the crowd, yeah, this is a really respectful chat. And that's what I really like. Because, guys, like I said, I've been parts of many communities. And these communities are all seeming to be at war with each other, and I have had people that say that they're not comfortable coming here. And not necessarily because of me, but because of other people in the chat that they might see elsewhere that, get really angry at people. Or I actually haven't seen that, but it's very real to them. So I'm not discrediting that. And stuff like that. And I want everybody to feel welcome, because I'm friendly with people from all different communities. I'm I don't blame subscribers for things for the most part. For the most part, there are some subs that are problematic, and I will say that. I will be the first one to say it. I wanted to avoid saying that, but at this point, I can't see it any other way. There are some subscribers who I feel like their sole purpose is to instigate. because they get some sort of pleasure or enjoyment out of doing it, and I see it. So I am not going to leave them out of that for now. But for the most part, like, with subs, I don't know most people. So who am I to judge them? If, especially when they're just people that chat like normally places, those are a lot of the people that I talk to. There are some controversial people that come in here from time to time, and and it's not even that bad then either. Like, it's very respectful. I've had some people come in here and say some not so nice things, but you know what? Like, we talk about it. We talk about it. And they don't have to like my response to it, but we talk about it. They're not jumped on. They're not attacked for having a different opinion, because like it or not, guys, it's not a crime to subscribe to somebody. It's not a crime to support a creator on here. It just isn't. And sometimes it takes a while to. Hi, Mrs. Jersey Shore. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate everybody's support and stuff. And like I said, I've kind of evolved. I've gotten better. I think I've gotten better at this as time has gone on. So I'm like learning the ropes of how to do these things. And like I said, I started out with one thing, and then I've kind of seen a bigger picture, and I want to encompass that. But I can't do everything at once. Yeah, they are recycled players. IMH. I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. And I get that too, guys. Like, that's how I started to feel. I just, there were some things that I felt very strongly about that I didn't agree with. And because of that, and because of the situation, and I've done some soul searching on it, guys. I have. And I think part of the reason I got as upset as I did and angry was because of like the fact that, well, I don't really want to get into it, but there was a circumstance in my personal life that made me a little upset that I had done certain things. Because, well, yeah. So I'll be honest. Okay, I'll say it out loud, because transparency is key, guys. So I will be open about it. So yeah, I used to, super chat a lot, because I was doing pretty well for myself. Because I could, and I was also going through a weird phase, a weird period of my life where, I don't think I was really thinking quite clearly. But I was. So I was coming on YouTube, and I was, because, I support creators. First of all, I didn't realize people didn't pay their mods. First of all, I thought that it was like how I used to do it on Instagram, where, depending on how much you'd bring in the month, like, mods would get paid. But I guess that's not the case. So, there's that. But also because, like, this is entertainment. So you're like paying for your movie ticket or, a streaming service. I mean, I think that that's how a good way to support a creator who's on here providing content that you enjoy. So I did. I used to super chat. But I super chatted quite a bit. Because I like to support people. And I think I got particularly upset is because, I lost my job in December, and I think I was more mad at myself, but, I thought I'd kind of escalated how I felt about things. And I think a lot of it was a me thing, but not all of it. And yeah, I like to have a variety of things, Mike. That's what I want to do. But, I think that contributed to how I felt at that moment. And now I see the bigger picture, and I haven't forgotten about anybody. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about anybody in this community is fair game to talk about behaviors. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to come on here and go low at people, even if they're going to go low at me. I'm not going to bash people. I'm not going to, go in a way that's inappropriate. I'm going to point out behaviors, and we're going to have a discussion about it. End of story. And I'm not always going to talk about people that you agree with either. I want to be clear about that as well. There are going to be times that we're going to be talking about something of a creator that maybe you don't see it the same way, but that's the beauty of it, guys. We can have a conversation about it, because I don't think that, because a lot of the time, think about it, guys, we all come from all walks of life, all different life experiences. So what I think is appropriate might not be what, Mike thinks is appropriate or Michelle thinks is appropriate. So that's where kind of people end up butting heads, because we're not all on the same page. And I think that if we have like an understanding of those kinds of things, I feel like not all things, but some things maybe we could, kind of figure out. because you see it all the time. Like, a creator does something and there are some people that agree with it and other people that don't, and they're reacting to the same behavior. So what is it that makes people feel differently either way? I'm fascinated by that kind of stuff. It's interesting to me. It's just at this point it's out of control. Yeah. Oh, for school projects, Mrs. Jersey, sure, maybe. I'm open to doing any kind of thing here. Yeah, Nana Sue. I've seen it as well. And that's actually why I came on here, and I was a little like upset earlier, is because, I came on YouTube earlier, and there's just so much hurt and so much just really inappropriate stuff. And whether you like the person or not, I can't help but feel bad. Because I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I don't want to see anybody have things done to them that is over the top. You know what I mean? I think there's a way to do drama that's the right way. And I think that what's happening now is not it. And it's just escalating because it's like one-upping each other. And I don't know what it's going to take to stop it, but people are getting hurt and it's not okay. And it makes me emotional because then it makes me feel like there's no place for me here, because I'm like, well, I guess people don't want a place where everybody can kind of get together. I feel like people are so encompassed in their hate that, something like what I'm trying to do here won't work, because people just want to focus on that hate and they just want to continue it because for whatever reason, it's either entertaining or they really, I don't even know. And then I have that thought cross my mind. It's like, why am I even here? Why am I even doing this? The reason I'm doing this is because the right people come. And you guys, any of you who show up, I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, right. I agree. Just because you don't like people either, like, I don't care for everybody. We don't, I guarantee you, most of us, there's a couple creators in, our little solar system here that maybe you don't care for, whether it be because of some things they do or that you're just not really interested in their content. There are going to be people that you don't care for, and there definitely are. And there's some people that I've changed my. Yeah, right, MH. You know what, you have a good point there too. Because like I said, I came on here this morning because I had a rough morning too, but like, I'm on the brink of tears because I'm just, I'm so tired of a lot of this. I'm tired of people getting hurt. I'm tired of just the anger and like the hatred and all of that. Like, why can't we do this in a way that adults do it? I know that the majority of people in this community are adults. All of them actually are adults. And I feel like there's a better way. We don't have to be like this. It wasn't always like this. Those of us who have been, there would always be drama, right? So like, let's say, I hate using people as an example. So, let's, one person would be having like a drama episode, but it would be like a week long, a week or 2 weeks. And either they would move on or there would be some resolution. And usually then they would start fighting again down the line. But, it wasn't like these months and months and months of it. And I can't imagine that, months and months and months of these things don't take a toll on somebody. You know what? I guarantee you it does. Yeah, YouTube. That's why I came on here, Kellyanne. That's why I came on here. But, it used to be that, it would get, it would blow over. Like there would be a week of like intense drama. Where you had people like, bashing each other on lives. And sometimes it got, escalated. But it wasn't day after day after day after day after day of just like amped up to 11 stuff. And, I feel bad for a lot of the creator, I guess you get what you give. I get that, but I just don't think it should be done that way anyway. I like to come at things from more of, using my brain. Rather than, I don't know, I'm a smart person. So for me, it's not a challenge to, I like to come at people from a way that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Oh, Violet. Yeah. Hold on. I can't see. Yeah, it does. It does hit you, Violet. It does. And it is MH. I see it too. And public comment. Yes. People shouldn't be afraid to do that. Right. And it is backlash. And some of it I can understand, and others of it I really can't. We shouldn't be going around policing where other people are. We shouldn't do that. Like I said, guys, if there's a creator and they are bashing me, and you are in their chat and you say something along the lines of, yeah, I was in B Plus's chat and I saw this and I didn't like that. I thought that was wrong. I'm not going to get mad. I might have feelings about it because I'm, a human being, but I'm not going to hold it against you. I'll get over it very quickly because you're entitled to have an opinion. I have absolutely no right to tell you how you should feel about it. Now, if someone's dragging me and you're going along with it saying, B plus is an effing B word, FB plus, stuff like that, then yes, I will have it. I will probably have a problem with that, but I'm not going to come up here and bash you. I just, maybe won't care for you very much. But I might get over it. I'm a forgiving person. But that's the thing. Like, I feel like people are afraid to even comment. Because like I said, guys, I don't watch entire lives either. So if somebody sees me in a chat and then like an hour later, that creator says something off the wall and awful, that's held against me. And it's ridiculous. Subs, be able to chat where you want to chat. A lot of us come here for connection. We come here because we like the people in the chats. It's not even about anything else for a lot of us. So if we see a friend, I'm tired of it. Why are we policing other people? This isn't, oh my God. And I hate having to say that, but, I have to preface everything, smile for your screenshot because unfortunately there's a lot of people doing that too. And I mean, I guess like sometimes, but I'm not going to screenshot somebody having an opinion. That's not what I'm going to do. And yeah, I feel you, Violet, because it's hard. Like I said, I've found myself questioning whether, this is something I even want to do because I feel like nobody wants this. Everybody wants to be wrapped up in the hate, but you guys showing up and you guys being here, hey, Dark Magician, all of that just shows me that, even if it's not like a whole lot of people, there's enough people here that want this. And I'm hoping that more follow. And that's not to say that you don't want to go to a channel or a chat that's doing like super drama. That's okay. Like, you're allowed to want to go do that. But I feel like there's nowhere else now. I feel like everything is just something emotional at this point. And I feel like people want somewhere they can go. And then the problem also arises that, there are so many communities kind of fighting with each other that, when you're a place like me who welcomes everybody, some people are really afraid to come in here because they're afraid of getting jumped on. And I want to assure people, I will do everything in my power to make sure that doesn't happen to you, as long as you are respectful. Nobody should be afraid to go into a chat. Nobody should be afraid of other subs jumping on them. Obviously, people are entitled to an opinion. If there's somebody controversial that comes in here, which there have been, we can talk about those things too. But there is a block button, first of all, because there are some people that, and I encourage that. If stay true to your values, guys. I have the utmost respect for people that stay true. And there are some people that, because of what's important to them, they're not going to be able to forgive or overlook things. And thank you, Crime Scene Cleaner. And I appreciate the kind words, guys. Thank you, Kellyanne, because that's what I want. That's what I want for this. Like, everybody just needs like a place to unwind. And the fact, I think that I know a lot of people, more people listen than chat. And sometimes I just feel like, lately, especially, I felt like, there isn't a place for me here. But every time I get like encouragement like that, it makes me realize that, there is a place for me. I'm making a difference and making a place that some people really find helpful right now. And that's all that matters to me. Yeah, that's right, Violet. That's right. I get, yes, you're absolutely correct there. There is a lot more to talk about in these areas. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And I think that, right. I think people, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about lots of different things. I want to talk about, true crime. I want to talk about, unsolved mysteries, because I'm really into that, or just really interesting topics. And I need to figure out the best way to do that. And I should probably start doing that. I'm also like exposing the troubled teen industry, which if you don't know what that is, I have a few lives about that. And I'm going to be continuing. So the best is yet to come with that. The one that's going to be really hard for me, and definitely something you're not going to want to miss, because I think I'm going to be enlightening people with a lot of the stuff that's going on. It's basically child abuse for profit, and I'm going to be telling my story. That's going to come up soon. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way that I can do it without getting struck, because the people I'm going to be speaking out against don't want to be spoken out against. They're very, very, very aggressive and ruthless with that. So I need to figure out the best way that I can do it without jeopardizing my channel. Oh, there's all the birdies outside. Oh, they're all liking the sun. Yeah, any topic is better. Absolutely, MH. Yep. Yes. Very much so, crime scene cleaner. I think there's a lot of people that, and it's tough when people feel like people are going real life on them. It's tough when YouTube starts, spilling into your real life. It's tough because, nobody's asking anybody to not react. Actually, you took the words out of my mouth there, crime scene cleaner. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Okay. You are making a good point. You're making a good point. I think I actually said something similar to that the other day, and I want to reiterate that. Again, not discrediting anybody's experience, because does this happen? This isn't everything, but here's the thing, guys. If you're a creator and you're up here, right, and somebody sends me a screenshot, obviously, if you get a screenshot or a screen recording, you're not getting the full picture. You're not getting it. You're getting a small portion of something that maybe is being completely out of context. So when you're a creator and you're up here, that's a good question, Christine, and I'll address that in a minute. A very, very good question. And it's upsetting that you even have to ask that these days, but I guess it's very relevant. And I will highlight that in just a moment. But you're only seeing a small part of the story. Not all the time. Sometimes it's, in the right context. Not everybody is malicious. Just some people. And I don't know exactly who, but, and you as a creator. So I'm up here and I get a screenshot that's, something that really triggers me. And I say it on my live. So those words come out of my mouth when I am up here live. So people in the chat hear me saying that on my live, which reinforces to them that it's real, that it, actually happened. And then nobody does their research because you're on the spot. You will react on the spot. And I feel like there are people that purposely find things that they know that creator. Oh my God, there's a lot of robins outside. Like, oh my God. I think I have like 50 robins outside my house right now, all in the puddles. Oh my God, it's adorable. I'm sorry. Okay. I have a holly, not a holly, I don't know, a mulberry tree or something. I don't know, but they all live in there. But yes, Christine, that is a good question. I feel like a lot of people have lost sight of that, and I don't know where exactly it happened. I can tell you for a fact that, there have been times that I have questioned that. I don't know how long a lot of you guys have been in this community, on whatever channel you've come from. But I think I've been in this community for actively in the chat roughly from the beginning, from last spring. But more and more so, mostly I became most active at the end of summer and fall. But it never used to be like this, where there were times where some creators would go really low and do things that were pretty awful. Yeah, that they did. That's always been a thing. But, it's gotten to a point where like nobody is, it's out of control. And you're absolutely right. I don't know when people forgot that there are other human beings on this, and that, all of this can have an effect on people. Like, we can go at people without going really low. We all like drama. I think that's why a lot of us are here, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's something people enjoy. It's a genre on YouTube and it's popular. And I don't know why people are so embarrassed to own that they like drama. I watch it. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you human. But it's getting to a point where it's like, hey, candy kisses forever. I didn't say hi to you yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to, that's the other thing. I don't want to, it's not my place to, first of all, go after somebody's looks. and I've taken accountability. I did that once. I did that when I first came on here, and I apologized and I took it down because it wasn't right. It wasn't right. I don't want to look shame anybody here at all, because that's not the right way to go with people. That's really low, and I can do better than that, right? Like, there's no reason to do it's inappropriate to do it. And I also don't want to come on here and question anybody's illnesses or disabilities or anything like that. First and foremostly, because I have a pretty severe spine injury, but you would never know from looking at me. So I know how it feels to be people doubting you have an issue. And, obviously none of us are privy to everybody's medical records. So I try to err on the side of caution with that as well. Just because, I would never dox anyone either. That's inappropriate. I also have a huge heart, and I try to be approachable. But I feel like, a lot of the time I feel like I'm too nice, and that's not what people want. And I've had people tell me that I need to be less nice, and I'm not going to do that. Like, I can't. It's not who I am. And, if that's not your style, I'm sorry. But like I said, that's made me feel like maybe there's not a place for me in this community. And, it kind of broke my heart. I was like, maybe like this isn't what anybody wants right now. But you have a spine injury too, MH? Yeah. I've had spine surgery. I've had a lot of things. I have something called arachnoiditis, which I know sounds like something with spiders. It's not. It's a progressive spine disease, and it's not curable. It's gonna affect me for the rest of my life. I do everything in my power to keep it from progressing, but I can't. It's not in my hands. I just do everything that I can. Yeah, everybody, right? Not 24/7. I feel like everywhere you go now, Violet, everywhere you go, it's intense drama, intense. And I don't know. I feel like, or it's something really depressing. Because I think because we're empathetic people, it's hard to listen to some stuff. Not because we don't support the person, but just because we feel for them. And those of us who are really empathetic are, it affects you emotionally. I think a lot of you guys get that. It doesn't mean that you don't like you know what I mean? Like, if somebody's having a really rough time in their life, like, people want to be there for them. But sometimes if you're having a hard time, it's hard to listen. It's hard because sometimes things trigger you. And I found that happening to me with something. So I changed the channel. But that's what I want to do. I want to offer like a toned down version of what people like. Like I want to talk about what goes on in the community because I'm part of this community. I'm part of this. So I see the same things you guys do. And I want somewhere that I can come and talk about it where people actually understand what I'm talking about. But I also don't want to just, I don't want to be a hypocrite, first of all. And that includes everybody. I'm going to talk about everything. And I haven't forgotten about other things. I haven't abandoned my cause, whatever that is. My cause is to call out inappropriate and toxic behavior. And I definitely haven't stopped doing that. That's certainly not what I've stopped doing. And I will continue to do that because there's quite a lot of it. But I just feel like there's so much of it going on right now that it's like where to start, right? But I also, at this point in time, don't want to, because everywhere you go, there's drama. I want to, even if it's not popular, even if nobody comes to my live and nobody comes to my chat, I still want to offer a place where people can, come hang out and have it toned down a little bit for now. When things kind of even, if they even themselves out, I'll go back to, talking about like the real stuff and pointing out things. But like just for right now, I'm trying to do something a little different, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to continue. We all have opinions. Like I said, there might be something that I do that Michelle has a problem with, but Kellyanne, thinks is okay. We're all from different walks of life and different upbringings and different backgrounds. So we're not always going to agree on appropriate behavior. And that's literally those are the conversations I want to have. I want to know what people consider going too far. I want to know what people consider, when certain things are appropriate or if it's appropriate, or I want to know what people think the solution should be, because I don't know the solution to this. I don't know what we could possibly do to make things better. I feel like I'm kind of at a loss here. And, I kind of want to pick people's brains to try and figure out, because this is our community. I recognize a lot of your names from other communities. And I know that, for a lot of you, that you spend a lot of time on here, as do I. And, it kind of becomes a social life, especially during these times where a lot of people are very isolated. Like I said, some people may have been working outside of the home and now are working, have to stay home. And that might have been their time out of the house. And now they don't have that. You know what I mean? So a lot of us are on here to kind of just talk. Just talk and socialize and, kind of come together. And, it sucks that that's apparently really hard to do these days. So, and I'm always afraid to even like say anything on here. Just because like I always feel like I have to be careful, and I don't want to have to be careful, guys. Like it's really disturbing. And I shouldn't care. I need to stop. I need to stop even looking or caring, because it's not healthy. But it's like, whenever I open my mouth on here and say something that's like remotely kind or neutral, my sub count drops. And that's really disheartening, guys. It's happening right now. It happened last night. And it's disheartening, guys. It really is. Hey, Lindsay. It is. It is disheartening. It's disheartening that, all people want is like just this certain kind of content. And I mean, don't we have enough of that, guys? Don't we have enough of that elsewhere? Like, do we not want to do something a little bit different? Like, I feel like a lot of people do. So, I'm just going to keep on doing me. And, I feel like, there's a right way to build a channel and a wrong way. And hopefully I'm doing things the right way, in a sustainable way. That's what I want. But it's depressing, guys. It's depressing to see that for like a lot of reasons. First of all, because, I want to build a channel. I want an audience. I like coming on here. I built a community on Instagram and I miss it terribly, because that's what I really liked about it, was the community that I built. I had a lot of interactions with people all over the world. We did a lot of fun stuff. We did a lot of like contests. We did a lot of, I got to share other people's like, their art, their music. And obviously that's not what we would do here per se, but I liked the community, and it really helped me during a time that I needed it. So like when I was recovering from my back surgery, that's when I really started working on it, and it blew up because the Instagram algorithm happened to be very favorable, and it's what I needed at the time. And I feel like it's something a lot of people need right now. But whenever you do something different, it's like everybody just jumps ship, and it's kind of depressing, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah, we all have stories to tell, right? And well, yeah, these days you do. You kind of do fear things being held against you, even if you're a sub. And I think that's inappropriate. Like that's not going to happen here. Not under my watch. I'm not here to see people get like bullied. Like I can't. I'm not down with it. I'm not down with that. And and I hope I reach the right people. I'm hoping people, give me a shot. Come see what I'm all about. Come give me a chance. I'm going to be doing some really interesting things. And I think a lot of people really do like my channel, which, is really great. So, go out, tell your friends. I would love to have them here. Like I said, I welcome everybody as long as you're respectful. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button and, you want to give me a try, I would appreciate that. That would be really awesome. Because like I said, guys, the minute I come on here and I start talking about, being neutral in any way, shape, or form, my sub count drops immediately. And I really shouldn't care. I need to stop caring. I need to stop looking. But like I said, guys, the only thing I've wanted, I want a community tab. You have to be over 500 for a week. And like, for whatever reason, I'm having a really hard time doing that. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I think it's just, that's what I said. That's why I think like, should I even not be doing this at all? And now I appreciate that, Candy Kisses. Yeah, right. I agree, Violet. I agree. And I like seeing new people in the chat. I like interacting with new people. I like, I love all of that, guys. I like to be I like to acknowledge people. Like that's the beauty of having a small channel. is that the chat is, you know, you can be more interactive. And it gets harder and harder as the chat grows, but you know, oh, we've gotten to 515 again. Last time I checked, it was lower than that. Let me check. Pretty sure it's lower than that. You know, it was that when I started the live, Michelle. But no, we're at 514. We were at 513. I started at 516. That's what I'm saying, guys. The minute I open my mouth, it's like, you know, God forbid somebody doesn't want to, you know, have a hate channel. That's what's disheartening, and I don't know what else to say about it. But you know, I appreciate each and every one of your support. So, like I said, if you want to give me a shot, if you want to help me out here, and you want to support something that isn't what's going on right now, no pressure, no force. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Michelle. I have no rhyme or reason for it. You know, give me a chance here, guys. Give me a chance. I'm a nice person. I want everybody to feel welcome. It's not that we're not going to cover the topics that you guys want to talk about, because we do. We definitely do. But we just do it in a different way. But yeah, yes. And that's all I care about, Kellyanne, is that, you know, I'm doing something that, you know, people like and appreciate here. That's why I'm here. So if I never grow and like I'm not ever successful, then so be it. But I also don't want to be successful on, you know, hating somebody. That's not what I want to build my channel on. At all. I don't hold on, a big channel I follow never talks. Oh, really? Well, sometimes, you know what, Violet, I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I feel like people are playing games with me. I do. I felt that for quite some time. But then again, that might be in my head, might be crazy talk, but you know, that's actually interesting that you say that. So guys, don't do that to me. Come on. Why can't everybody have like, you know, a channel on here and be successful? You know, why do we have to play games with people and, you know, knock people down? Like, there's no reason for it, right? There's no reason. I would also rather thrive in positivity than fall in the gutter, right, guys? You know, I have family members that watch this. Dark Magician, I know. It's hard not to right now, though. Oh, can I? Can I actually do that? I might do that. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, I mean, I have to remind myself, I've only been on here for a month and a half. So, you know, I don't think I'm doing too poorly for myself. And, you know, MH, I appreciate that. And, I recognize a lot of people from all different communities. And that's what I want. So, I mean, I don't want to just be, you know, directed at one person. I don't think that's healthy, because first of all, that's hypocritical, because, you know, if we're going to call one person out for something, we need to be calling everybody out on it, including me. And I recognize that you know, people need to remember too that, you know, pickle lover, let me tell you, it's begun with me, and I need to get a grip with that, because this happened with Instagram too, and it drove me crazy. But I think it happens to a lot of people. I just need to not care. But it does. It feels hurtful sometimes, especially when, like, you know, when people say they're out to get you, like, directly in an email. It's like, okay, well, you know, you make it sound like there's a big collective effort to, you know, get me out of here. And like, you know, I realize that, you know, it's really depressing that somebody would even say that, especially when I'm a channel that's really not done anything that would, if there's any channel on here that should like not be here, I really don't think it's mine. But that's okay. You know, yeah, it does mess with your head. But yeah, I also like I have family that watch me. Like, I'm not going to come on here and embarrass myself for anything. I'm not going to give up what's important to me and my integrity to build my channel. Because what happens when all of it gets taken away in the blink of an eye, or you're irrelevant, right? You just feel like an empty shell of a person who behaved ridiculously on the internet. And I'm not going to do that. Not for anybody. I can see you, Candy Kisses. I can see you. I can see you. Yeah. Yeah. Vol Violet, a lot of it has come like in small bursts and stuff. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot. Hold on. Yeah, I can see people. Actually, this is really great. I like it when we actually have conversations that I have to like actually go back and look at things. Right. And right, Mike, exactly. Right, because actually, you know what? Hi, Autumn. I'm also tired. Me too, my friend. I am tired of the hate going real life and the meanness. I certainly am. Um, well, I think there's a place for drama. I think that there's a way to, go at each other in an appropriate way because I've seen it done. I've seen it done. But, this ain't it, guys. And it didn't used to be like this. Like it used to be like I said, there would be a week of intense drama with creators going at each other. But it would calm down and dissipate, or they'd make amends, or they just leave each other alone afterwards. And then, subs could kind of come down from that a little bit. But lately it's like, it's all the time. And it's been how long now? And, I just, while I think that there are definitely truths that need to be exposed on here per se, I'm going to do it in a different way than's been done so far. And I'm determined to do that. And, if people don't like the way I do it, then, I apologize. That's on you, I guess. I guess I can't be everybody's cup of tea, but I want to do it in a way that isn't cruel and hurtful. Because if you guys, you need to remember, if you come up onto this platform, and you are a creator and you open your mouth, you are opening yourself up to commentary. Hi there, Sagacious Angel. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. You open yourself up to commentary, guys. There's no way around that. There isn't. There isn't. If you talk about somebody else on here, they have every right to talk about you, but you need to remember that other people don't have the same morals or values or even same things of what they find acceptable. So they could go lower than you would go at them or have gone at them. You have to keep that in mind. And that's what I do. I keep it in mind. Now, obviously, I have not been openly spoken about yet. But we'll see. We'll see. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe once. But that's okay. But I open myself up to that, right? So, but I feel like people forget that sometimes. But the problem with that is that it's there's a way to talk about people without doing what's going on. Oh, I'm so sorry, Candy Kisses. Yeah, fibromyalgia. What I suffer from, arachnoiditis, it's not my entire, but it feels like my lower right half is on fire constantly. So I feel you. I've been having some really bad pain days lately as well. And my emotions play into that too. So if I'm worked up, my pain gets really much worse. So, there's another incentive for me to kind of keep things low key. But yeah, there's a way to do that without being inappropriate. Like what's happening now, I can't get behind. Like there are people that I like who I don't agree with how they're behaving right now. And I feel, I'm going to come out and say that. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. And that's all I can speak on here. But, I feel like a lot of people don't want that. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, you have nerve damage in your leg. Yeah, me too. Me too. Like I said, guys, I'm not open. That's another thing I wouldn't be mind being open about with you guys. Like, I'm 33 years old. I had a pretty bad spine injury when I was 28. That it took me, I had to relearn how to live my entire life with it. So I would be totally open to talking about, because there's a lot of people. Have you always ever noticed, though, that there are a lot of people with similar struggles that kind of congregate in this community? That a lot of us have a lot more in common than we realize. And I'm open to talking about my story too, because I've actually been told that me telling my story has been inspirational and helpful to people in the past. So I would be open to sharing that as well. Yeah, right. Kellyanne, that's the thing. I want to, right. And that's the thing. The people that come to my channel are good people. And I don't want to, it's when you, yeah, I don't want to, well, Candy Kisses, I guess, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I feel like that's probably a good thing, but not if it happened over like a short period of time. So I'm not sure. I think that's a good thing. That's definitely pretty amazing thing to get to. That's definitely not an easy thing to do. But yeah, no, I feel for people that are in pain. Like, honest to God, I do. Because I live in pain every day, and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to get up every day. Yeah, oh yeah. Candy Kisses. I gotcha. But I want to grow my channel the right way. And sometimes I get really discouraged about it because, like I said, when I came on here today, I was like just so discouraged and disappointed. And a lot of stuff that I'm seeing. And I was like, you know what? Did people even want me here? Like, is there even a place for me here? Because it seems that to nobody wants peace. And I'm not saying stop talking about other people. That's what we do here. That's what this community does. That's what we do. That's what drama channels are. But not what not what's happening now. No, no, no. That is just way beyond anything that is okay, and it's starting to affect people emotionally. I've heard from so many people who are like, it's actually like, I feel so bad for these people. I don't know what I can do. And the truth is, guys, is that I don't know what we can do either. I just don't. Yeah, I thank you, Rhodey Gal. I try. But that's the thing. I'm gonna stay true to myself. I can't be anybody but myself. I could come on here and I could put on a front and I could pretend to be all sorts of things. Yes, MH, I totally get that. Yeah, it is hard. It does. And at the blink of an eye, your whole life changes. Mine did, you know, like, it broke me at first. I was broken. I was in the lowest place I've ever been. I lost everything. I wasn't able to. I had to go move back in with my parents because I could not take care of myself. It was very humbling. Fortunately, I, now live independently, and I was able to recover from that, and get a lot of mobility back that I didn't have then. But it was really humbling to be 28 years old and need, like, your mom to help you get out of bed and tie your shoes and put your shoes on. Let me tell you, it's very, very humbling. And it really gave me a new perspective on life. Like I said, since 2000, when was it? 2017, I've been doing a lot of work on myself. Yeah, there are a lot of double standards. And, what I find amusing, not amusing, I don't know what I find it is that people that are like talking about double standards are like the ones participating in it. And that's what I'm talking about, like the lack of self-awareness sometimes. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I would have the most respect if people would just own what they're doing. Or maybe people really don't know or understand. Like, I don't know. Right. 99% of people are uncomfortable with what's going on, Sagacious Angel. It's true. It's true. And what I'm trying to say is even people that I really like are going places that I'm kind of uncomfortable with, if I'm perfectly honest. And and sometimes it's hard to tell them that too, because you want to be like, hey, and I've gone to some people and I've been like, hey, I feel like, your live yesterday was a little like, aggressive or whatever, or, and I've done that for quite some time. But at this point, it's like, people are really caught up in things, and some of it rightfully so. And I just want to be a place where we can talk about what's going on in the community without having like this whirlwind of like, emotion. Because I know that's not what I need in my life. I don't want that in my life. I don't want to invite that into my life. I understand being up here as a creator invites it into my life, and I know it'll happen. The bigger you get, the more eyes are on you, and the bigger the target on your back. I've learned that from experience. But that's what I'm saying. I want to build my channel correctly. Like, if I'm just gonna box myself into one topic, and like refuse to move at all because that's what people want at the moment. How many times have you guys seen like how drama works on here? What I mean? Like, a lot of the times I feel like I felt this way. Subs are kind of left in the middle, like without knowing what's going on or where to go. Because back when the whole Natasha TT situation happened, I was actually supporting Natasha at the time. I was a part of her community, and I remember when she made peace with TT, I was kind of dumbfounded, right? I was like, Natasha, how could you forgive somebody who said such awful things to you? And I felt left in the middle. And then, people were like, well, you don't want peace or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. So you never know when people are going to like, make amends. You don't know if sometimes I think that sometimes people are actually talking behind the scenes, and, people just don't know it. I know that there's like manufactured drama on big channels. I know that. I don't know if it happens here. Who knows? I can only create conspiracy theories, guys. That's not fact. That's just me speculating. So don't take that as fact, please. I just, that's where my brain goes because I know it happens on big channels. Yay, Brittany. Yeah, right now it does, MH. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's insane. I can't keep up with everything either. It's like everywhere I turn, and it's everywhere. It's like you can't get away from it anymore. And even people you wouldn't expect to be involved are involved. And you're finding out that people that, you thought wouldn't do something like that are doing those things. And I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. Like, and then there are some things I don't even want to talk about because I know I'm going to wait to talk about a few things, but, and I actually don't think it's going to be an unpopular opinion. I just think it's going to be, an opinion that is going to be, maybe unpopular. I don't know. But there's just so much going on. And I'm questioning why a lot of the time. I'm questioning why. And I just don't know what it's going to take to stop because it's been months now. So all I want for this is I want people to be able to come here. I want people to be able to chat here. I don't care what community you come from. Like you can support, you don't even have to tell me. I don't know. I don't go to every channel, guys. That's the other thing. Like I literally don't. And sometimes I'd say 9 times out of 10, I'm just listening. I'm not even looking at the chat. Or participating in it. I'm usually just listening because I have my headphones on. So I'm listening to the lives more so than watching anything. So if there were like screenshots shown or whatever, 9 times out of 10, I didn't see it. So I just, yeah, right. Kellyanne, I feel that. Who am I missing here? I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh, hey, AJ. Okay. I'm trying to see. Oh my God, I need glasses, guys. I do. I need to just go to the dollar store. I need to get some like reading glasses or something. But yeah, it's like there's just so much going on that I can't get behind, first of all. And second of all, it's just, I'm disappointed. I'm more disappointed every day with some of this stuff. Like, I don't care what community you come from, as long as you're respectful in here. Well, I can't promise you that there are going to be people that don't want you here. Like, I can't promise you that. There are people that do feel very strongly, rightfully so. And that's what I said. I respect people that stick to their guns and their opinions. If you know who you are and you've got your core values and your core values mean that you can't support somebody who does X, Y, or Z, stick to that. That's important. Now, I encourage people to be open-minded too, because there's a difference. But, I like people that stand for what they believe in and have an opinion, even if it's the unpopular one. I really respect that in my real life and here, because, a lot of the time, it's hard to have an opinion. A lot of people don't like that for some reason. But I don't want everybody to agree with me. Echo chambers are really boring and disturbing. So, I don't know. That's not how we learn and grow. But yeah, Brittany, you're absolutely right. Yep. Well, I learned that on my Instagram. Obviously, like, I'm just speculating here, guys. I can't prove anything. I honestly don't even know where it's coming from. But like I said, I'll say the person's name again. So the email I got last night, I'm not going to say their full email. I'm not going to say what the @ was, but the name was, and I have never seen this name on YouTube. So, but if anybody happens to see them, I'm curious. I'd like to know who they are. I think the screen name was Your Mama Jokes with a Z at the end, and Mama spelled MOMMA. Like I said, that doesn't sound like something somebody my age or older would have. That sounds like something somebody that's younger than me would make. But no, that's the email I talked about last night. So I'm curious. I'm watching. I don't know who that is. Like, who does that? What did I do? What am I talking about that you don't like that much? I don't understand. And I'm not going to be quiet, and I'm not going to, be intimidated to not speak my mind and not call out things as I see it. Good luck with that. What are you going to do? Come in my chat and, try and intimidate? Come on. Do your worst. Doesn't bother me. But I feel like, I don't want that here. That just for my own reasons. Like, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of all that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, Brittany. That's what I'm saying. I was like really surprised. I was like, what did I do that warranted that? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's like a badge of honor, which is disgusting. But I don't actually feel that way. I'm using sarcasm. I'm very sarcastic, guys. Yeah. Well, AJ, that's what I was saying yesterday. They said that, yeah, I've never seen that name either, Autumn. But I'm looking now. Um, I'm looking. Like I said, that sounds like something a younger person would write. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, with jokes spelled with not an S but a Z. And yeah, though that was the one who if they hadn't mentioned that I had mentioned in a live two separate things that I had actually said in a live about somebody that doesn't like me, and about the fact that I had like apparently boasted that there was nobody in my past on YouTube that somebody could find that doesn't like me, but I mentioned in another. If that hadn't been included, then I would have thought this email was meant for somebody else. But the fact that oh my God, it would be a shame if we went and found somebody who from your past. I'm like, excuse me. Be careful where you go and what you say, because you're going to lose subscribers. Okay, well, thank you. I already know that. So, yeah. Well, that's the reason I don't check my email all the time, guys, is because a lot of it is weird stuff. And at first I thought maybe it was coming. I have no idea where it's coming from at this point. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I can't even put my finger on it. I have suspicions, but it's all speculation. Can't prove it. And I don't want to give them the time of day. Give them the time of day. Sorry. Yeah, there are some weirdos on here, guys, that just have nothing better to do than to cause issues. And, half the time, like, I'm just wary of everybody. You have to be. Use your YouTube name or put it in the subject if you want. Yeah, that's a good call, Audrey. Yeah. I get that. But yeah, I'm glad to see some new names in here. That's awesome. And yeah. Well, Brittany, I've wondered that. I have wondered that because it's been going on. I got emails like that almost immediately when I put up an email, when I started going live anyway. And I was wondering that. And then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, who would be threatened by me? Like, who am I? Like, I'm just on here talking about something that apparently isn't, the popular opinion. So, but I hope, Brittany, that's what I'm hoping. But like I said, it seems like every time I come live and open my mouth and say that I want to be a more mellow thing, like my subscriber count goes down every single time. And it's disheartening. But like I said, I'm not going to pay attention to that anymore, because it's not a good measurement of how I'm doing. Because what matters is what you guys say and what you guys think. And as long as you guys are happy and enjoy this, then there's a place for me here. And I'm not going to question that, because that's what they want. They want me to question that. They want me, I don't even know who they is, but they want me to question that. They want me to not be here for whatever reason. And that's just not going to happen. I'm also not going to box myself in to where I, only talk about one thing, because there's so many other things to talk about too. I feel like it gets old. And like, as new things come up, because believe me, new things do come up, and I have some things I want to talk about. But as they do, we'll talk about them as they come. But I'm also not going to sit up here and, embarrass myself, because, like I said, I do have family that watches me, and I do, it's not my style. Yeah, it's not going to. So I agree with you, Brittany. I agree with you. And that's what I'm going to have to go with. I appreciate that, Amanda. You've been here since day one. And, I really appreciate you as well. And I know you're very open-minded too, which I also think is a really great quality. And I respect you for that, because you do what you feel is right, and you go where you want, and you support. You do a good job of doing that. You are an exemplary example of what subs should go and feel comfortable doing. But I know even you have felt uncomfortable with a lot of things going on. Yes, Dark Magician. Ain't that the truth? It is. It's a really bizarre situation. Like I said, like, when you're on a little snow globe like that, you start to see these, like, aspects of society. Oh, the clouds are really pretty. Oh, that is pretty. Sorry, ADD. But it's like, like I said, I feel like a lot of people are competitive, or think that it's some sort of race or competition. and that's not how I want to look at things. Now, obviously it's nice to see your subscriber count go up. It means that you're putting out for lack of a better word, like, forgive me guys, I'm a business person, a product that, your target audience is enjoying. So that's kind of the point. And that's kind of like, the validation and like, the way of measuring the success. It's measurable, which is very important when you're, analyzing analytics. So, or setting goals anyway. Smart goals. But yes, hold on. Oh my God, it's really hot in this room too. I think it's hot out. I think it's like 45 degrees maybe, which is nice because I'm definitely going for a walk in a few minutes after I finish my soda. I haven't had soda in so long, but I figured like it was 0 sugar, so Mountain Dew, and it's like a new one. So I'm like, I guess that's a compromise for this house. We can get that. But yeah, and Michelle, I appreciate all of your help with that too. Like, and that's what I'm trying to do. So like, whenever, I've heard that I don't ask people to do anything like this for me, but, I've seen people have emailed me or mentioned it in the chat that they heard about me from somebody else in a chat. And I'm like, that's really neat. People like feel that, people mention me. And I think that that's a good sign that I'm doing something right. So I appreciate that because that helps me grow. And that helps me, get more people that maybe are like-minded and looking for something similar. Because, that's really, actually, it's that collaboration and that, cross-promoting that really helps in the networking, that helps build your channel. But it's kind of hard to do when everybody's at odds with each other and like, going at each other's throats. And, it makes it so first of all, I don't really want to associate. What the heck? Oh, I see what that is. Really? Sorry, guys. I keep getting calls from this like really random number and I'm really confused about it. Really confused by it because they keep, does anybody else get a whole lot of like spam calls? Like I've been getting a lot of them and it's really annoying. They say that like I didn't like pay a student loan. I'm like, I don't have student loans. So nice try. Okay, well, I'll deal with that later. I want to figure out how to block that. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I was distracted. I would love to get to 1,000. That would be wonderful. If I could make some money here on YouTube, there's no shame in that either. But for me, for starters, I just want a community tab so we can interact more and I can get to know you guys a little bit better. I can figure out what you guys want to see. I can figure out what kind of content you guys would be interested in. And then I can also be added. So, I can get called out too, which come at me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here, but I try to block them when they come in, Michelle. Because I'm annoyed. That might be, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't care. Some of them, they've gotten real good at doing human voices too. Like you can still tell it's probably not a human and some like robot, but they've gotten pretty good at mimicking human voices too. So, I mean, it's concerning. I didn't get them for a while, but then now they've been coming in full force and it's really weird. But yeah, I don't want to feel like fear what's on my mind. And sometimes I do, because like I said, like, sometimes when I say something that's unpopular, people leave and I'm like, why? But I guess it is what it is. And when all is said and done, I'm still going to be here. And, when people finally do get tired of the, intense drama, and they need a break from it temporarily, I'm here, you can come here. We can take things in a different direction. That's why I'm here. It doesn't mean that you don't want to, like, some people just need a break from it. Like I said, like everything that was going on this morning and like it just all night, like last night and everything, like I woke up and I already had a rough weekend in the morning. So, when I came on here, I literally was like on the verge of tears just because I was just really emotional about everything. And that's not healthy. First of all, I mean, it wasn't entirely YouTube, guys, but it was like, all of that was just like the icing on the cake. I feel really strongly about people being cruel to each other. And I feel like that's what's going on. And I just want it to stop. Like, go back to being petty and going at each other for for stupid things, and like, but stop taking it to a level, and like enough is enough, guys. How long has this been going on now? Day after day after day after day. It's been what, almost 3 months now, 4 months. And I can imagine it's getting old to a lot of people. And even as a creator, I can imagine that, it does start to take its toll on you, having that come at you day after day after day after day after day. So, I mean, even the strongest person would dislike that, I'm sure. Even I would dislike that. It gets to a point where it's hard to ignore. Like I said, there's a right way to call people out and a wrong way, and I want to do it the right way. So that is what I'm doing. Yeah, I agree, crime scene cleaner. I sometimes feel like I need to take a break from it too, but I'm just going to come on here. I'm going to come on my channel. I'm going to do me. I'm going to say hi to people where I want to say hi to people, though. Like, if people want to assume that I listen to the entire live and agree with everything somebody says, well, you know what? That's on you. But it couldn't be further from the truth there, because I come on here for like my social, like, connection right now. So yes. Yeah, we have people fear, right? Like, there's not, right. Like, why are we being like ashamed of who we support, or else who you support is being really awful? I don't know, but I guess we're all entitled. It's not a crime to support a creator. And, before the last couple months, a lot of creators, didn't always do this kind of stuff. But I feel like it's all that's going on now. And, when people feel like they're being policed, and I don't care what people say. People can say that they don't do it all they want. I beg to differ. And I think a lot of it is there are subs doing it too. But it's not helpful. Like, to stop doing that. Even if people don't want to chat because they're afraid of even being in a screenshot with somebody who said something that, that creator doesn't like. Even I don't, I'm like waiting for it. I've seen myself in a few screenshots as well. And I'm like, okay, well, at least I was smiling in mine. It's getting really ugly, and it's getting really out of control. Right, Candy Kisses. And people are getting called out. And it's like, you guys are subscribers. I'm a subscriber when push comes to shove, guys. And, I just want to be able to go where I feel comfortable and I talk to. And it's, yeah, crime scene cleaner, you already have a lot on your plate. Like, you have a job that I wouldn't do for any amount of money. So I can imagine coming on here and having all of that added to it is like really not a stress or thing that you need. It really is sad. It really is sad, because there used to be sagacious evil. I almost said sagacious evil. What the heck? Angel. Okay. Oh God, I'm sorry. No. Yeah, that's, why am I saying things like that? My brain doesn't work sometimes. Sagacious Angel. Sometimes I want to call you Sagittarius Angel too. Yeah. And I mean, yeah. There's some people with screams, because like I said, guys, I listen. I don't usually speak. And I'm going to mention one person. I don't know this person very well. I know this person. Well, actually, I'm not actually going to talk about that. No, I'm not going to. That's opening myself up to something that it wouldn't be intended, but people would take it a certain way. So I'm not going to say it, but that's okay. But right, like, let's see. It is draining to watch. Yes. And I think people do facilitate it, and people can make it stop. That's why I've said, like, I encourage people to, if you see somebody doing something that isn't drama, go in there. And even if you're not interested in the topic, like the video, like say hello in the chat. If you're somebody who regularly super chats that channel, throw a super chat their way when they're talking about something else. Like, I feel like this is really a bad analogy, but it's the only thing I can think of. It's like, positive reinforcement. Like what I use with training my dogs. When they exhibit I use it as like a choice method. So when I see my dog exhibiting a behavior that I like, I treat her for it. I don't ask her to do it, but when she's doing it, I'll be like, here you go, you get a treat because you're doing and now she's being awful right now. Clearly it's working. But it just means the mailman's here or something. They're both going at it. Traveler, you're not tough. Be quiet. He thinks he's tough. Yeah. Right. People don't think that this goes beyond the screens. Right. Yep. It's very true. Yeah, I do negotiate with myself out loud. I do. Yeah, I have to be careful with what I say sometimes. I don't want to, I don't know. It's really sucks that I have to do that, especially when like I just want to mention somebody in passing because I thought their name was something else because I listen and I don't read. And whenever somebody says this person's name, it sounds like something else to me. But unfortunately, this is somebody who, if I mention, is gonna. I'm not gonna do it. So maybe at some other point. Why are my dogs being awful? Oh my goodness, dogs! You are out of control. Out of control. But yeah, I mean, all I want is a nice, happy community that we can be here and we can kind of do our own thing and we can kind of take a break from things when we need to. And if you want to get down with that, I would love that. So hit that subscribe button if you want to give it a chance, guys. It doesn't matter what community you're from. I have something that I feel like I can offer things that are interesting to everybody. Regardless of where you're from. I mean, are there going to be times that I might call out a creator that you support? Yeah, probably. That's how this works. However, I'm not going to do it in a way that's inappropriate or, low. I'm just going to be looking at behaviors and, that's where I want to focus. And, if I'm calling out a creator that you support at that time, I won't be offended if you don't show up for it. Or if you want to tell me in the chat that you don't agree, because that's how we can kind of grow from these situations and we can kind of figure out where everybody is coming from. Because there doesn't have to be an us versus them mentality, guys. There just doesn't have to be that. If we can kind of just see where other people are coming from, I think that we could grow as people. We don't always have to agree either. Right. If as long as creators have support, they have no incentive to change. Bingo. And it's easy for me to say, right? Because I'm not monetized. I don't get super chats or things like that. So, for me, it doesn't. Well, like I guess for me, the difference is that my channel doesn't grow very fast. That would be the only difference for me. But for other people, if you have an audience that is really invested in a certain topic, and you've kind of built things around, or you know what I mean, and you've kind of been doing a certain thing, and that's what people want from you. When you start to do something else, people don't stick around, as I've found out for myself here, and it's sad. Like if you support a creator, support whatever support what they're doing that isn't problematic, because I don't think most people are bad people. I mean, I think that there are some very different types of creators on here with very different problematic stuff, and I have some theories on a lot of things. Oh my god, there's a lot of sirens going on. Oh my god, I told you guys I live at a very busy intersection, so my dogs are usually going nuts, and it's usually quite loud. My neighbors are not even like 6 feet away from my window. It's very loud here. So, but I want us to figure out how we can get along, because I miss a lot of people that I used to talk to in other communities. But at this point, I feel like some people aren't going to change their mind about certain things. And, if they don't want to, that's their choice. But if we want to all talk about other things here, like, I think that we should be able to. And I like seeing new people. I have 2 dogs, Sagacious Angel. I have 2 dogs and 3 cats. Yeah. I have one, he's an outdoor cat. He kind of lives in my basement. He's part of a feral colony, but I've kind of built a relationship with him. So he comes inside. And I did find, that I could share. I think we all need some smiles in our life. I think we do. Wait, what is going on? Okay. Yes, there we go. So I uploaded a bunch of like really funny memes and stuff that I was going to share, because like everybody wants to smile. So I got my all-time favorite ones to kind of show to people. This being one of them. Because I have some ones that like without fail are going to make me laugh. But speaking about dogs, that's one that I think is really funny. We go through that every single day. And this is what I'm about to do, guys. I'm sorry. I had to put some stuff that's funny. So I'm going to put that up there. We're going to leave that there. So, yeah, my dogs, well, you can have them if you want, Sagacious Angel. I'm kidding. I love my dogs. Molly is something, though. Molly is, She's very difficult. I see. I'm gonna leave that up there. I like that because that looks exactly like I look like on my walks. I feel like I have like resting bitch face, part of my language. So I feel like that's exactly. Actually, somebody sent that to me and said, they drive by me when I'm walking, and that's exactly what I look like. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna save that one because I kind of do hunch. So, yeah, I was like kind of offended at first, but not anymore. Not anymore. I think that's very appropriate. Um, yeah, Molly is freaking out, and I'm probably gonna get off air because I do have to go for my walk, and then I have to do homework because today is one of the days that my homework is due. So hopefully, like I said, guys, I am not done with what I'm doing here. I'm just, I need a break from some of the drama right now. I need a break from some stuff. That doesn't mean that I'm going anywhere. It just means I need a place to decompress right now, like for myself, because it's so much. But do I think that it should be legal? No, I don't think it should be legal. I don't know anybody who thinks it should be legal. I'm pretty sure that I think we can all, for the most part, agree. Um, it happens a lot though. It happens a lot. Enjoy my anger walk. Yes, it is an anger walk. But so we will be back on topics very soon. I just need to decompress and I need to kind of talk about other things for just a little bit, guys. And we're going to talk about a lot of things. We don't just talk about one thing here. We talk about everything. And we also do other topics. So if you have not hit that subscribe button, I would love to have you guys here. Hey Gladys, I would love I love seeing new faces in the chat. I love seeing new faces in the chat. I love seeing I like talking to you guys. I like seeing the different conversations that we have. I like seeing everybody's point of view on things. So, I would love to have more people in here. If you're a lurker or watching this on replay, I would love to have you guys catch one live at some point, or see you on here. Like I said, we try to be a very open-minded community. I'm accepting of everybody. As long as you're respectful, I'll be respectful. I'll probably be respectful even if you're disrespectful to me. But I'm nice until I'm not. So, it's, oh my God, Molly she needs to go for a walk, guys. So have a great day, everybody. And hopefully everybody stays safe on those YouTube streets today. When am I going to be live next? Possibly tonight, depending if I get my schoolwork done. So usually that would be 9 o'clock-ish. But if not, I'll definitely be on tomorrow. Probably tomorrow around. My times are usually like 11 or noon or like 9 o'clock at night. So if not tonight, I'll be on tomorrow at maybe like 11 or so. And you're a new face. I don't think I've seen your name before, so I would love to have you in here. All right, guys. So I'm going to head out. And like I said, stay safe. Have a great day. And I will see you guys later.